take a sip of my Zobo drink. For those who don't know, it's called sorrel drink. You can Google it. So let me take a sip. Good. If I didn't tell you that it's Zobo, you would think I'm drinking red wine. What's up, guys? Welcome to yet another very interesting edition. And don't forget, it's still your boy, Mazekene. Alright, so on today's edition, we'll be talking about a very sensitive but yet very important topic. Hush Puppy's arrest is no longer a news to us all at all. You know, we all got the juicy news when it happened, Interpol and the rest of them. You know, in recent years, I don't think anybody has done PR for these designer companies like this guy did. I mean, I don't know if they paid him or anything, but he really went all out to bring, you know, this Gucci lifestyle consciousness back into some people. Well, for people like us who don't really know much about designer lifestyle, we cut our coat according to our size. And just like I tell people too, if you can't afford the $2,000 shoes, you buy that on $100. More no that na 65-50. You see about we be dogodun tilolu we bu ali alogonod. Just like I'm about to take a sip of my Zobo drink. For those who don't know, it's called sorrel drink. You can Google it. So let me take a sip. Good. If I didn't tell you that it's Zobo, you would think I'm drinking red wine. Hey, yes, you would think I'm drinking red wine, and that's life. Well, so we have 5 very important life lessons. Some of us know these lessons, but this is just a reminder, or maybe you might learn something new. Let's take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll dive in. Welcome back, guys. So on our number 1 today, on a very light note, will be chop life. Oh, as I'm getting chop life. Oh, and why am I saying this? Hush Puppy, wherever he is, or you know, whatever is happening to him right now, I'm sure he will sit back, think, finally I chop this life. You know, he can say that finally I chop this life. Because he really did. The guy did one. No. I'm telling you, if you followed him on social media and you know, OBS Hogike, you might start questioning God, what's happening in your life. But let's take it away from Hush Puppy. And what lesson can we learn from this? Life is not always all rosy, you know. So, and we work too hard. We all, you and I, we work too hard. In the morning, you wake up, you go to your job, and some people who have businesses, they go to their business. And by the way, let me throw in something real quick. An Igbo man, if you like, have a complex, or your business is in a skyscraper, one name on a shop, that place is your shop. You understand? So when you wake up in the morning and you go to your shop, or your shade, the Igbo people in the house, you understand? So we all work too hard. We all, you know, work too hard every day. Now, I'm sure there are some things that, you know, you would love to have, man. You're still doing plus and minus. If there are 10, bring out 1, do 1. These are the little things that throw in that happiness in life. Oh yeah, we'll chop life. If you have 10 things, you know, you want to buy, it's true, be prudent with money. I'm not saying be careless. No, that is not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is learn to, you know, some of these little things. You might think they are so expensive. I have a friend that would always say, no, I'm not going to go do Bugatti or no. He might not have the money now, but let him just know, you know. We have some of these little things. Let's do them. You know, had a 10, do 2. Huh? And the thing is, some of us will pile up this money, save. I'm telling you from experience, something will come and chop that money. You know, something, there is always something. I'm not saying don't save, man. You might just start a project, have something that you're throwing that money into, because there is always something will always be there to knock that money down, you know. So in all your, you know, investments, this, you know, katomwe vacation no dem we gato. And shoe them, I'm not saying to buy, to go all out and spend all your money on frivolities or any of those, no. But learn to enjoy this life more, so that when it's no longer that rosy, you can sit back and think, yeah, but I enjoyed. You can sit back and think, okay, when it was good, you know, I did this, I went to this. You have some of those memories to hang on to. Like Oba Jonah Dolo na isi Hoch na, Wakete na dana be na. But I'm sure he can sit back and think and be like, when it was good, you know, that boy did no. Anyway, that's lesson number 1. You know, remember, chop life or ufumbia, kwa receipt, and kwa try again. Go nyeri, go buana, nke hochiri na go buana. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 on this lesson is, this one I will have to do a separate video for it because it's very deep, but I will try to cut it as short as I can. What am I talking about? Life is a game of interest. Let me come again. Life is a game of interest. See, before now, Hush Puppy had a lot of friends, and by friends, friends. By friends, I mean your celebrities, your MCMs, and your WCW. Well, so, you know, he had friends, quality friends, when the going was good. Why? Because one way or the other, he served their interest. Maybe because associating with him is going to bring you some popularity. Of course, he was popular. Or, you know, financial benefits. Ndi giveaway mo. Ndi soya kotazo. You know, things like that. So, there's always some interest going on. But now that, you know, everybody has deserted him. And look, it's normal. It's just like a natural law of life. It's just like a law of gravity. You know, gravity says that whatever goes up must come down. So long as whatever goes up must come down. And this is how this law works. This is a natural law of life. When it's good and rosy, everybody all around you, and I walk up, iti kwa ano, onyo one etido, and it's normal. Why? Because if you take a cube of sugar and place it on this table right now, before now, we're going now, ants all over. Don't say I have ants in my house. I don't have any ants. I don't know where those ants come from. But once you keep a cube of sugar here right now, before you know what's happening, ants from nowhere will go around it. Take that cube of sugar out, they will disperse. Onye jigu keu neso. Are you following me? Especially, you know, people that have some kind of followership, say men of God or celebrities or sports people, you know, people like that. When the going is good, you see a lot of people, musicians, a lot of people all over you. Don't be distracted. Don't think they love you. They're there for the interest. You know, you're serving their interest at the time. In popularity. Once they are close to you, so many things, you know. So there is always some interest you're providing them, or, you know, you're serving for them. You understand? So, but don't get it twisted. You shouldn't even feel that way. My grandma would always say, salutation is not love. But just understand it. It's just a natural law of life. When things start going south for you, Not even one. Everybody gets it. Now, why you need to understand this is so that you don't die of disappointment. Expectation will kill you faster than anything in life. And why I say don't take it personal is this, because you yourself, you're doing the same thing. There are some people that you're associating with because they are protecting some interest for you at the time. And that is true. If you search your heart, you will know that is the truth. And that is why I say don't take it personal. This topic is very deep that I would really like to do a separate video for this so I can break it down. I can, drop some wisdom. But this will take me to the next lesson that we have to learn. Okay? But remember, life is a game of interest. Know this, and you would have a very peaceful life. You would understand. People will do some things. You look at them and smile because you already know. You understand? And and you don't take it personal. You just move. It's life. Okay? Now, the third one I'm about to talk about is this. Be selfish. I know you don't understand. I said be selfish. Why? Why am I saying this? Now, let me break it down. Don't get me wrong. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. Who is suffering now in the hands of law agencies for his sins, for his alleged sins? Hushpuppi. Onyeka mpokete na adana is Hushpuppi. Did Hushpuppi chop his money alone? No. He spent his money with a lot of friends. When the going was good, there were so many people, everybody was around there. He spent his money with a lot of friends. But now that it's time to pay, guess what is happening? He's the only one. He's all by himself. And this is why I say, you see, when I watch home movies, people like Yule Dochie, the Ezekweche himself, when you beg him for money after he has done his blood money or blood rituals for money, and you beg him and he says no, come here, the ego, tinye gini fana alo. You got to go. Wo consequences be agilisi bulu. Owo ho na atafo. You expect the consequences. You now be enjoying the money. So why am I saying this? Hushpuppi, when the going was good, spent his money with a lot of people. But now that it's time to pay, he is the only one in there suffering and having to pay for his sins. Let's take this away from Hushpuppi. I have a friend over here in the United States. So he had, some extended family back home. And he had a small family here too, his own family. So he would always deprive his family here, back home, and now solve a family problem. One of the days he went back home unexpectedly. And one of the distant family members that he was, paying the child's school fees, one day the guy to pay benz. And my man over here can move his Toyota. If you go there and give them your card, a big EG wagon, so the guy came back and had to readjust his mentality. Went into dealership, collected new cars for himself and his woman. Changed some of his lifestyle, upgrade the good old way. You keep yourself good, because I'm not saying do not help. Please don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Mana tupu ikwolo mmadụ n'azụ, before you back somebody, ị ga-eji ụkwụ gị na-abụ kolugodun. Do you understand what I'm saying? Onye nkwara anaghị akwọ mmadụ n'azụ. A blind man cannot lead another blind man. You need to clear out all the things in your eye before you lead people. And it's the gospel truth. It's the hard, bitter truth. Quickly, this is a lesson for us to learn. When my dad will always say, because there will be so many people out there. You keep sharing and forget yourself. And this will move us now to the fourth lesson, and that is live a life of choice. Why am I na kam borogodu guzobo obere? If you've watched Living in Bondage, the I think 1990 popular Nigerian movie, when all the chips were down, and the Feni say, si polo akawaselolome for from you know, when you make decisions, please, regardless of whatever decision it is, leave peer pressure. I'm sure at one point in life, peer pressure has made us do, some, and in spirit of the Don't Leave Me challenge that is still going on, I can't help. I really love that challenge because it's an intelligent challenge. So I'll throw in one again for you guys. So you all know peer, right? Now, if you use a pressure cooker to cook your pear or to boil your pear instead of using the normal kettle everybody uses, did you do it out of peer pressure? Think about it, okay? Anyway, that's just a joke. But when you want to do things in life, do them because you decided to do it, so that when the consequences come, you can take it easier. You can take it better than whoever that was coerced into doing something. And that's why I still love my man, Odogu, Kana himself. Where he's doing his ritual, he's not the one that they are luring into, he's the one luring people. Because it's his decision, by hook or crook, anyhow. And when the consequences come, you see him, he's not complaining. He accepts it wholeheartedly, now to the grave beyond, with joy, because he has achieved. Can I be serious? So, what is the life lesson to learn from this? See, when you're doing something and it's your decision and it goes wrong, you're not thinking, wasting time on, it's Nkechi's fault, or it's Emeka's fault, or it's Jide's fault. No, you're not. Instead, you're concentrating, this has gone wrong. How do I solve this problem? How do we do what? You're thinking on the solution already. But if it's not your decision to do that thing, first you spend eternity thinking, hi, is this stupid boy? Is this stupid Nam that told me to do this thing? Now see where it has landed me. You're busy blaming. All your thinking energy is channeled into blaming someone else. But the moment you take up responsibility, the next thing is solution. And that is why from Hush Puppy's life, whatever thing he did, I hope it was his decision, and nobody coerced him into it. The guy will go to lawyer, so I'm sure this will be the kanayo in the Kia that way fraud world. So OBC when any consequence you take it wholeheartedly with all your heart as Odogu. I'm sure that's what will be going on. Man, always see any other people. If there are other people that are involved, and it's not your decision, you regrets. So just like I explained, in your everyday life, anything you want to do, make sure it's your decision, so that when it goes south, you can be able to absorb the shock, absorb the consequences, and find a solution. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker, please. I'm just saying basic life principles, okay? Now, the fifth one, or the last one I want us to talk about is you have to be wise like the ants. Why am I saying this? Now, this might be a little bit controversial, but so we just have to learn from it. Mind you, I'm not advocating for any scamming people or doing fraud. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to say, ife melo madu, you pick out life lessons from it. Ndi Igbo na ase na ife melo madu ka na-eji amụta ife. And it doesn't have to be in direct link with what happened. You just learn. Why am I saying you have to be wise like the ants? Why am I saying that? Whatever thing this guy kept for the rainy season, is what he will use to, fight his battle right now. I hope all those things didn't go into the lifestyle that he showed us, because there will be nothing to fight his battle now. So let's take it away from him. I always like to take it away from him, and let's talk. We, and then our piece in and every day one book. Let's talk how we can learn and improve ourselves. There are times in life when, what? Just like that. Things are moving rosy. Just like Nigeria, I think there was a time we were talking about excess crude funds. Man, I wouldn't be excess crude funds be a now when crude goes below $9 per barrel, or what I think it was $1 per barrel. So a bare health budget, the important, instead of for us to now go to the excess that we had when things were going good and solve problems, maneri to go near and so nothing. And that is on the Nigerian level. But on our personal level too, we have times when we have times when things are moving. Remember, there is rainy season and there is dry season. And remember, there is funding obodo or they call for winter, spring, and due to phase. So it's not always one season, So when that dry season comes, make hay while the sun shines. Make hay while the sun shines. Save it for rainy season when things are rough, when it's no longer going that smooth. You have something to fall back on. So I'll just recount the 5 lessons real quick. Number 1, chop life. Number 2, life is a game of interest. Number 3, be selfish. Number 4, live a life of choice. And number 5, be as wise as the ants. So if you've watched this video to this length, you've gotten to this place, that means we vibed, right? Like you vibed with me from the beginning to the end, to this place, and you've not subscribed. That subscribe can actually, come on now, come on. Yeah, it won't cost you anything to just hit the subscribe button, please. Wait a second. Quiet now. And also hit the bell and put all, so that whenever I upload a video, you'll get a notification, and so we can have conversations like this. Okay? Huh? Thank you for listening. And in the comment section, just tell me which of the life lessons got to you. Like, did you really feel touched you? Huh? I will see you next time. Mbosenta, ka ichuzie no welenchi.